All right. Hello, everybody. This is the crash course demo for the actual Fixxit.ai application and all of the new features coming out with version 3.0. So, the general feel and practice of the app is unchanged. So, you still type out your question that you want here, and you will still get the same results. They will actually be better now with version 3.0. Um, There are a few UI changes that help you and your team access different parts of the architecture that you didn't have before. So, just for starters, there's a new Machines tab here. So when you click this, it'll drop up a drop-down menu of all of the available machines for the group that you're associated with. And if you're in multiple groups, i.e. multiple facilities, you can it'll give you a drop-down to select which group for which machines you want to look at. When you click on one of these, it'll automatically attach the query regarding that machine to it, so the AI has no confusion about which machine you're asking about. This is totally optional. It just makes it easier so you know what the names of the machines that your AI is referencing, so you don't have to sit there and guess about which machine you are trying to ask a question about. So, with that out of the way, there's also a new command section here. You can either click it here, right, or you can simply type into the box the command. So with the /log command, this will automatically access a specialized agent to deal with directly things that you want to log. So if you were to say, so just something that came off the top of my head. Now, when we send this, this will automatically get routed to a log agent, and it will automatically put this log into the database for us. So there's no more confusion about how to log things. Now, you don't need to use the /log command to do this, but you absolutely can use this to make it so there's no confusion for the AI on what you're trying to do. So it logged all this, right? And now, as you can see here, we'll get to this in a minute, but that log that we just created can now be viewed directly in the app. So now your technicians themselves can now view logs that happen, they can see the logs that they made, and they can see the resolutions for things if they want to search it. And so they can sort by the date created. So if they want to see in the last month what logs have been made, is there anything that's relevant to me that I can just look at, they can come through here and see it. They can search by the title. So now if they wanted to know if there's anything related to the water extraction trap, they can just search water extraction, and that'll pull up this insight here. Additionally, from here, they can also manually create a log. So if they don't want to use the AI and they want to be very specific about what they're saying, they can absolutely do that here. So you can select the group. Only if you're a part of multiple groups will it allow you to select multiple. You can select the log title, the log content, and any of these advanced parameters that you'd like to set. Back to the chat here, there's one more command, and that's the /help command. So this command gets us in touch with a specialized agent that has access to all of the documentation for this application. So if you wanted to know how, now this agent will know in depth about any of your questions that you're asking. If you want to know how the processes work, how to do specific things, how to access the management dashboard, etc., this is how you do it. All right, we just got that back now. And so now it gives you a detailed overview, how it works, step by step, tells you the commands that you can use. Everything that you would need to know about how to use the application, you can now do /help to do. Inside user management here, this is the new way for you guys as managers to manage the users you have in your system. Previously, there was no way for you guys individually to invite people to your system or to delete people out of it. And so now this is how you would do that. So in the invitation links here, you would click create invitation. You would select the group that you want to create this for. So we'll just select this one. Max use is 1. And we'll say it expires. We'll just say it never expires, and we'll say this is a test, right? And so if we generate this link, Now you can see that it's active here. And if we copy this and we go into an incognito window to not save our data, this now automatically brings us to a sign-in page, sign-up page. So now if we just do a test, right? Now that user that signed up now is automatically assigned to your group, and they have access to the logs for that group as well. And there's no user validation. It's all validated based off that link that you generated. And so now if we come over here and we reload the page, you can now see that that link that we created is expired because it got used that one time. If you come over here to the group members section, you can now see all of the users associated with your group. So, and then you can manage them, you can remove them, you can delete them, you can edit their names, you can edit their emails, everything. And that completes the new features for version 3.0 or for Fixxit AI. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. But yeah, good luck.